Blooming Kids, Sweet Suffering by Jayden Martin. Jayden Martin is a homeschool 9-year-old lector, choir member, altar server, and Cub Scout at his church. He likes books, biking, coding, and building things. Jayden inspires us to take up suffering as a means to attain more grace, narrating the story of St. John of Nepomuk.
He who wishes to love God does not truly love him if he has not an ardent and constant desire to suffer for his sake. St. Aloysius Gonzaga. If we look into the lives of the saints, we will see that all of them suffered in one way or another. I would like to mention here the life of St. John of Nepomuk. He was a priest who heard the confessions of a queen whose husband was a tyrannical king. The king asked John to reveal his wife's confession secrets, but John refused. The king pleaded, bribed, and then threatened to throw him in prison and torture him. But John did not give in. So, the king threw him in prison and withheld food. He then made John lie on a rack and tied up his hands and feet and stretched him till nearly all life left him. But John wouldn't cave in. The king tried putting hot coals on him while he stretched John, but he still didn't comply. Finally, the king tied John up and on one dark evening threw him over the side of a bridge into a river. John drowned. Some people who were on another bridge saw a light moving towards them and found it was John's body floating along the river, with 5 stars shining around his head. The people lifted him out of the river and buried him. The king was so frightened that he ran and hid in a fortress and never came back. The queen, who was liked by the people, ruled the land. St. John's feast day is on the 16th of May. Being able to keep his vow through all the torture was a supernatural gift from God. And God gives it to people who love, know, and serve him above everything. Through St. John's life, I learned that through suffering comes grace. Some small ways we can take up suffering this Lent is by doing something we don't like and offering it up to God for the people who have asked for our prayers. Let us try to offer up our shortcomings, worries, and disappointments to God as a small sacrifice, so that we experience the grace of God this Lenten season.